Hey Renee, it's Chef Liz. You asked me to make you or show you a really delicious vegan mushroom gravy. So I thought, it's a good time of year to do that. So let's see. I'm just sort of chopping up my cremini mushroom. I got cremini mushroom, and I'm just kind of chopping them up. I wipe them off, and I'm just gonna make them a little chunky because this gravy should have a little chunky mushroom in it. Now, if you want, you just want to make sure that your mushroom is free from, goobers from the ground, and then all you're doing is chopping them up. Now, what we're gonna do is warm up the pan, and we're gonna start with the mushrooms. And then to create like a silky richness to this, I wanna add a little bit of leek. I don't need a lot, just a little bit. The white part is all you're gonna use. And I'm gonna just chop that up as well. Now for this, I really wanna give it a good sort of chop, because it's nice to have leeks. It has such a beautiful, rich flavor, and when you saute them with butter, it really lends itself to creaminess. So now we're gonna light up our pan and we'll start there. So once your pan starts to heat up, we're gonna use butter, a vegan butter. I'm using Earth Balance, and we're gonna add it to the pan. Now keep in mind, I have about 1.5 tablespoons, maybe almost 2 tablespoons. Let's get that to 2 tablespoons because that's how we're gonna make our roux. So I'm gonna add the onion first. Leek. We're gonna add the leeks first, and then I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to help them sweat. Okay, so now we're gonna sweat them a little bit. They have a little salt, and then I love a little bit of garlic powder, just a pinch, 1/4 teaspoon, and a little thyme. Thyme and mushroom goes so well with a nice rich gravy. It's really gonna be delicious. Okay, so as these sweat and as they start to break down a little bit, I will add the mushroom. Look at how beautiful this is. Now there's something really wonderful about cremini mushrooms. I think they have a richness and a silkiness that truly elevates a good lentil loaf, or even chicken if you wanted to. But I know you asked for vegan, so we're gonna do this in a vegan way. So now as this breaks down, we're gonna add what I love is a vegan Worcestershire sauce. It's made by Wizards. It's got like 30 ingredients. It's gluten-free, and it's vegan, and it's organic. And it's called Wizards Worcestershire. If you can find it, it lends itself to such a beautiful flavor. I marinate steak in this. It's the only Worcestershire I use because I think it has a ton of flavor and not just like salt. I don't like that. So now that's gonna add a nice richness and a deeper color to this mushroom. Now, you wanna be patient here. You wanna break these mushrooms down and soften them and really sort of marry all of those flavors. So you're gonna give it about 7-8 minutes. Okay, so now look at how beautiful these mushrooms are broken down. We are gonna now add our flour and create a roux. You wanna have equal parts fat and equal parts flour. That will ensure a very even, very balanced, beautiful, rich creaminess to making gravy. So the next piece to this is that you want to make sure that the flour burns off and you have a nuttiness sort of marrying the mushroom. So I have about 2 tablespoons in here. And remember, we added 2 tablespoons of butter. So now we're just gonna kind of mix this and continually stir it so that the flour starts to cook and you don't have that flour flavor. Now, because I'm gluten-free, I'm using a 1-to-1 gluten-free flour. But if you want to use regular flour, if you don't have to be gluten-free, go right ahead. You can do that as well. And that's going to show you, and that will help you with so either way, you could use 1-to-1 or an all-purpose flour. That will give you the same results in the thickening. All right, so now this has been cooking for about, I'm gonna say 5 or 6 minutes, and now we're gonna add a really nice, rich vegetable stock. I'm gonna get us a whisk so that we can whisk it quickly, because while it doesn't look like it's going to, let me bring the camera a little closer so you can see. You can watch this. All right, you guys see that? All right. Okay, I brought the camera a little closer. Now let's add this, and we're gonna kind of stir this as we go, because you're gonna see it's gonna thicken up very quickly. And you don't want it to get lumpy. Now, you have a choice here. You can leave your gravy with all of these beautiful chunky mushrooms, or you can blend it to be creamy and rich. It's totally up to you. I kind of like the idea of having some kind of chunkiness to this. So I'm gonna leave my gravy like this, but watch as we go. Now I'm gonna bring the temperature up just a little bit because I want it to come to a nice boil to get that thickness, and watch how beautiful this is. I love this. I can feel the gravy starting to thicken, and you see when I used the Worcestershire, it really, it gave it that a little bit extra richness. Look at that. See that? Now, I can see that it's getting a little thicker, so I'm gonna add just a little bit more liquid, so I have a gravy, not like a solid mush, you know? But look at this. You know, honestly, it doesn't matter if you're serving somebody, like if you want to make a mushroom gravy like this for stock, or for steak or mashed potatoes, or you're eating vegan, or your guests you have both vegan and meat, this gravy, nobody will know the difference. It's so rich and delicious. Okay, so if you enjoyed this, hold on, let's try this right now. We're gonna bring it to one more quick simmer. Look at that, beautiful. It's so pretty. Look at that. Look how nice and thick that is. Now, like I said, you can use an immersion blender here. I'm gonna bring this back down because I don't want it to burn, right? I'm gonna lower that heat, and I'm gonna just taste that. Oh, it's so good. All right, now, you have the recipe in my in the comments, where in the post. You have the recipe in the post. And then if you love this, if you love the recipes, join my Stan Store. Become part of the recipe vault. There's over 400 recipes for you to check out. If you love what I did here, you want me to create a special recipe for you, you can also book a one-on-one with me, and I'll spend some time and create beautiful recipes for you. Let food be your remedy. Join us. Have a wonderful day. And Renee, this is for you.